Top of the Hour News is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
Join the conversation using the Shell Rotella hotline, 866-907-3339. Red Eye Radio at Shell Rotella. What matters is inside.
Eric Harley and Gary McNamara for the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. Do you like the way your home smells? Serious question. Do you notice the odors? They stack up. Cigarettes, cooking, diapers. The Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier uses cutting-edge Oxy technology to quickly eliminate any odor, guaranteed. With over 300,000 units sold, you can trust that it works.
And don't forget those stinky litter boxes, trash cans, cigarette smoke, even dirty diapers. Gets rid of the odors in just minutes. The powerful Thunderstorm sends out O3 molecules that destroy odors, even in hard-to-reach places, and there are no filters to buy ever again.
Right now, you can get 3 Thunderstorms for under $200 with a $200 discount. Place one in your basement, your bedroom, your family room, put them all over the house. Go to EdenPureDeals.com. Use discount code REDEYE to save $200. That's EdenPureDeals.com. Discount code REDEYE, and shipping is free. From the father of CB radios comes one bad mother. Eric Harley here. You've heard me talk about Uniden CBs for years now. Uniden has been the cornerstone of the trucking industry since the beginning. And even in the age of cell phones, Uniden CBs still remain the trucker's favorite. It is social media at its best. When you need the lowdown on the road ahead, you need a Uniden CB. It is one bad mother. Go to Uniden.com today or stop by your nearest Pilot Flying J.
Hi, Tom Bodette from Motel 6, leaving the light on for truckers. As a thanks for all you do, we're asking America to bring back the air pump salute. We know you miss kids doing it. It always brought a smile to your face on an otherwise lonely stretch of road. So keep an eye out for wound-up kids in the back seat pumping their little arms off. Then give them an air horn blast that'll blow their tiny minds. I'm Tom Bodette from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we are proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the million-mile mark with preventable, accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you can be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1 million miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at RedEyeRadioShow.com. That's RedEyeRadioShow.com. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Petro Stopping Centers, House Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and Cat Scale. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at RedEyeRadioShow.com.
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The Supreme Court has until midnight to keep the commonly used abortion pill, mifepristone, on the market after a lower court imposed restrictions last week. Paula Avila-Guillen heads the Women's Equality Center.
The question that the court needs to resolve is the authority of FDA is an authority that, for instance, a federal judge, in this case in Texas, could override.
A conservative group is trying to restrict abortion access nationwide, claiming the FDA did not properly approve the abortion pill more than 20 years ago. Andrew Lester, the white homeowner who allegedly shot a black teenager who went to his home by mistake, will be arraigned in Kansas City today. His family says 16-year-old Ralph Yarl begged for help at several homes nearby before Zach Double and his mother responded.
There was blood from where he was at, all the way up, all over the door. You hear about these things on the news over time, and then when it really happens to you, it's a life changer.
Yarl's family says one neighbor yelled at him to get on his knees and raise his hands. A grand jury in Virginia has indicted several people for carrying flame torches with the intent to intimidate at a white nationalist rally at the University of Virginia campus in Charlottesville 6 years ago. Correspondent Linda Kenyon has the details.
William Zachary Smith of Texas, Tyler Bradley Dykes of South Carolina, and Dallas Medina of Ohio have each been charged with burning an object with the intent to intimidate. That's a felony that carries a maximum penalty of 5 years. More indictments are expected.
The 21-year-old former Massachusetts Air National Guardsman charged with leaking highly classified military documents will be back in court today. Jack Teixeira is expected to be arraigned on charges under the Espionage Act. Members of his online gaming group say they believe he was trying to show off. One employee was killed at a building in New York City. CBS's Matt Piper.
The call came in just after 4 p.m.
37 Ann Street between Lime and Nassau. Sorry, parking garage collapsed.
The collapsing of a parking garage near Wall Street in Lower Manhattan. At least one person's been killed, 5 others hurt. Bystander video showed cars hanging from a buckled upper deck of a 3-story building. FDNY officials say the building was so badly damaged that firefighters had to escape mid-search.
The president and first lady made a little less in 2022 than they did the year before. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
The White House says Joe and Jill Biden reported an adjusted gross income of $579,000, mostly wages earned as president and professor, respectively, plus Social Security and Mr. Biden's Senate pension.
S&P futures down 21. This is CBS News.
Streamline how you hire with Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Don't breathe too deeply if you're cruising in a new set of wheels.
Smell that? The glorious scent of a new car. Turns out, though, it's not good for you. The distinctive new car smell may contain dangerous chemicals that could increase your risk of cancer.
So can going outside.
The Beijing Institute of Technology checked the levels of 20 chemicals commonly produced from materials
Everything
inside
gives you
vehicles.
something.
They found at least one known to cause
Good
cancer,
morning.
formaldehyde. It was over the acceptable limit by more than a third. The researchers suggest if you do get a new car,
Wait a minute. What's the lesson of life today? It is no matter how high you rise, coming down is inevitable. Yeah. So notice how you rise because notice how you rise because the trip down is faster than the trip up.
Yeah, that's why you got to be nice.
That's right.
And you can't afford to take either of them for granted. Stamps.com gets it because for the last 25 years, they've been helping businesses like yours save time and money on mailing and shipping. Stamps.com gives you up to 84% off carrier rates and all the USPS and UPS services you need right from your computer. It's like having a post office in your office. All you need is a computer and a printer. They even send you a free scale, so you'll have everything you need to get started. If you need a package pickup, you can schedule it easily through your dashboard. And if you sell products online, Stamps.com connects with every major marketplace and shopping cart, so you can focus on your business knowing Stamps.com has all your postage needs covered with the best rates. Set your business up for success and get started with Stamps.com today. Sign up with promo code TUNES for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. Just go to Stamps.com and enter code TUNES.
Since 1969, you've trusted Bill Bradley when something breaks. Call Bill Bradley for plumbing, heating, and air conditioning concerns. Bill Bradley will come fix your home. Call today and tune up your AC for only $74.95. Bill Bradley, your source for all things green, including available financing on HVAC. Certificate number 8449.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese to Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by AC by LaQuire. AC by LaQuire is celebrating 40 years of comfort. They've proudly serviced the river region since 1983. Contact them for your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Visit acbylaquire.com for holistic services and offers today. acbylaquire.com. License number 84417.
Even warmer today with temperatures up around 86 degrees, all sunshine, wind speeds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. It will not be a bad day at all by late April standards. Maybe a little warm for some, but otherwise a beautiful day. Low humidity for tonight. We're down into the 50s, clear skies, upper 80s tomorrow. All sunshine. We cloud up a bit Friday, which is a slim chance of a shower. Few showers are then possible Friday night in the 70s. That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seareach for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive. Family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now we're looking good. Your Wednesday kicks off with no major problems. Nothing to send you on an alternate route. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Look for a problem on 65 northbound, north of Hayneville, but south of Copeau. Invisible Fence has indoor and outdoor systems. Not only do they help keep your pet safe, they've got the perfect start training method that makes all the difference. Call me at Invisible Fence, 265-2585. Look them up. It's the wall. From Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Baker Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jazz Williams with WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Wednesday. For the first time since the start of the investigation, the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency is set to give an update on the Dadeville mass shooting. 4 people died and 4+ people injured when shots rang out at a birthday party. Yes, at a news conference at 10 a.m. today. In the capital city, the Legislative Black Caucus wore red and stood in solidarity at the State House to protest gun violence. One bill recently proposed in the aftermath of the Dadeville shooting is a red flag law bill to remove guns from particularly dangerous people. The trial of Coley McCraney is set to begin today. A jury was seated yesterday. McCraney is accused of murdering Joseph Keene, J.D. Beasley, and Tracy Pollitt in 1999. But McCraney wasn't arrested until 20 years later in 2019. Investigators say DNA evidence tied them to the crime scene. McCraney says he's innocent. I'm Taz Williams with more.
Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO, Showtime. How many streaming services are you paying for? If only there was a way to track and cancel subscriptions easily. Well, there is. Just download the Rocket Money app. Rocket Money organizes your subscriptions by due date and notifies you when something is coming up. From there, decide whether to keep it or cancel it with just a tap in the app. To find out more about Rocket Money, go to rocketmoney.com/save or download the Rocket Money app from the Apple app or Google Play stores. Rocket Money, the money app that works for you.
Hey, Montgomery, Prattville, and surrounding areas, it's Matt Parsley with Budget Car and Truck Center. I've got you to report. It's dime time. That's right. If you have a dime and a little time, we'll get you in a light-blue car, truck, van, or SUV that you can afford today. Now through the end of April, buy with just one dime down. It's dime time. Shop over 300 compact, mid-size, full-size luxury cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Dime time. Owe too much on your trade? It's dime time. And if you want to sell your car, truck, van, or SUV to me, I'm getting up to 20,000, 30,000, and even 50,000 more times than Kelly Ruba. It's time. Back up the truck. Somebody give me some dimes.
All right, that's enough of that.
Even in the past, Budget works with national lenders and local credit unions whose goal is to say yes when others can't. Budget helps you put your credit headaches in the past. So if you've got a little time and a dime, visit Budget Car Sales at 61 Mendel Parkway or 508 McQueen Smith Road in Dillon, or online at buybudgetonline.com. That's buybudgetonline.com.
Is your foot pain becoming a hassle? Can't get through a workday without pain? Can't go shopping without limping down the aisles? I'm Dr. Brian Killey, a board-certified podiatrist with specialized training in endoscopic procedures for heel pain and neuromas. Most diagnostic procedures can be performed right in the office, saving you the time and trouble of going from place to place. So don't run around town to fix your feet. Call me at 265-7585 for an appointment. That's 265-7585. Serving Montgomery, Greenville, and surrounding areas for over a decade. follow us on Facebook, or visit us on the web at www.greenvillefootcare.com, where doctors' profiles, directions to the office, hours of operation, and new patient paperwork are all just a click away. You can also find useful information on common foot conditions and services that we provide. I'm Dr. Brian Keeley with Greenville Foot Care. Happy feet start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by AC by LeQuire. AC by LeQuire is celebrating 40 years of comfort. They've proudly serviced the river region since 1980.
I think I got that too wrong.
For your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs, visit acbylequire.com for a list of services and offers today. That's acbylequire.com. License number 84417.
Even warmer today with temperatures up around 86 degrees, all sunshine, wind speeds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. It will not be a bad day at all by late April standards. Maybe a little warm for some, but otherwise a beautiful day. Low humidity for tonight. We're down in the low 50s, clear skies, upper 80s tomorrow. All sunshine. We cloud up a bit Friday, but just a slim chance of a shower. A few showers are then possible Friday night from the south.
How did I do that? I wasn't paying attention.
Skywatch traffic brought to you by
Maybe it is.
Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Okay.
Major problems, nothing to send you on an alternate route. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted with the latest and most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Look for a problem on 65 northbound, north of Hayneville, but south of Hope Hall. Invisible Fence has indoor.
Okay, I hit it more than once. My bad.
They've got the perfect start training method that makes all the difference. Call Vicky and Invisible Fence 265-2585. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
The biggest Call of Duty Warzone tournament is back and anyone can join. This week it was announced that the World Series of Warzone is returning for the first time this year. Teams of 3 from North America and Europe will be able to compete through a mode in Warzone starting in late April. The top 50 teams move on to qualifiers, regional finals, and the grand finals for their chance to win $600,000. Let the frags fly and the chaos begin. Will your team be competing?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go, shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, and come and go. But the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
I'm Martin Hope, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter. But Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus.
Okay, I pushed the commercial thing too much. Hey, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Well, at least I don't have to go in the commercial. Rip it down. Okay, then. Stepped on that one. My bad. I need my glasses so I can see.
Clean nose, healthy life. Hey, good morning. You're in the airport, right? Yeah, thanks for checking.
So how do I stop this?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside. Free up to get your cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn a real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LIMO for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LIMO for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LIMO.
What do I do if I push a commercial break?
Psychiatrist in Montgomery, Alabama requires MD, U.S. or foreign equivalent, completion residency in psychiatry, board eligible or board certified in psychiatry, and possess or eligible to apply for Alabama medical license. Requires up to 10% weekly travel to treat patients in South Alabama. To apply, mail CV to Jeff Jennings, 600 Madison, Alabama 35758. Jeff Jennings, 600 Sun Temple Drive, Madison, Alabama.
Because I accidentally pushed them.
Managing your online presence takes time.
Okay, so like where's my?
It can overwhelm
Right here.
even the savviest business owner. So,
Double click it.
Cumulus
Okay, and you get a little
Boost.
stop.
Experts at boosting the online presence for businesses
There you
of every type. We make sure potential customers can easily find
Take it
you
off.
and really like what they
Once,
find. Your
stops
website,
it.
online
One
listings,
stops it.
consumer
Okay.
reviews.
Okay, so when I want to run it, then you hit start down here. Okay, start next. That'll come to start. Okay. I'm good with it. Well, I just human error.
Yeah, I'm ready to hit.
Yeah.
Tape measure, and a trailer. These items won't last long at these low prices. Check it out on Facebook or buy on our website. It's first come, first available. Don't miss the biggest furniture sale the River Region has ever seen at American Oak and More.
Hey, Miss Joe.
Hey, Cody from the Western Outlet at American Oak. We have a huge problem.
We have more inventory than a new warehouse will hold.
So we must dump some inventory at up to 70% off.
But that didn't.
Friday and Saturday, 3 big days. We're having a huge.
But that didn't stop it.
Sale.
Now bring the decision maker, tape measure, and trailer. These items won't last long at these low prices.
Check it out on Facebook.
That didn't stop it. Come on, man.
Don't miss Sean Hannity. Biden incoherently adheres live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. A moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Okay, I played too many commercials. My bad. Human error, headspace. You know, it's Monday. Okay, it's not Monday, it's Wednesday, but it's close to Monday. Good morning to you. How's everybody doing? It is a great day to be alive. It is time to rise and shine this morning, if you can. It's another day, one more. When you're on top of the ground and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that will change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. It is April the 19th. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Rent a Friend. I think we all know something about that. Our scripture insight today comes from Ecclesiastes 4 and 8. Ecclesiastes 4, 7 through 12. Ecclesiastes 4 through 8 says, "For whom am I toiling?" he asked, "and why am I depriving myself of enjoyment?" Govern yourselves accordingly. Good morning again to you. It is a great day to be alive. Again, it is April the 19th. It is a day like all the other days that has never been. And it is also a day that shall never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done that you haven't, that you didn't. And you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, You'll be proud of what you have done on this day. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard, I calculated it up the other day. God has allowed me to live over almost 21,000 days. And as I look back, I ask myself, what did I do with all of those days? Yep. What did I do with them? Well, can't undo what I've done, but I can sure got something to do with what I'm going to do. So do you. So with the mercy and the grace of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful, because you don't fail until you quit. Give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never give up. You never quit. My mother said, the only thing that will beat a failure is a try. Keep moving, put one foot in front of the other. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. And if you cannot walk, crawl, or whatever you do. Keep moving forward. Don't ever give up, because quitters will never win. And sometimes winners fail, but we all do. But you'll never be a failure until you give up. So never give up. Jimmy Valvano said there are 3 things you ought to do every day: think, cry, and laugh. And if you do all that, you've had an interesting day. Good morning to you. Rent a Friend. That's our daily bread for this morning, April the 19th. We'll be back.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. I'm Sheridan Boise, and I've titled our reading today, Rent a Friend. For many around the world, life is getting lonelier. The number of Americans who have no friends has quadrupled since 1990. Certain European countries have up to 20% of their population feeling lonely, while in Japan, some elderly folks have resorted to crime so they can have the companionship of inmates in jail. Entrepreneurs have come up with a solution to this loneliness epidemic: Rent a Friend. Hired by the hour, these people will meet you in a cafe to talk or accompany you to a party. One such friend was asked who her clientele was. Lonely 30 to 40-year-old professionals, she said, who work long hours and don't have time to make many friends. Ecclesiastes 4 describes a person who is all alone without son nor brother. There's no end to this worker's toil, yet his success isn't fulfilling. For whom am I toiling? He asks, waking up to his plight. Far better to invest in relationships, which will make his workload lighter and provide help in trouble, because ultimately, success without friendship is meaningless. Ecclesiastes tells us that a cord of 3 strands isn't quickly broken, but neither is it quickly woven. Since true friends can't be rented, let's invest the time needed to form them, with God as our 3rd strand, weaving us tightly together. Today's scripture reading is from Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verses 7 to 12. Again, I saw something meaningless under the sun. There was a man all alone. He had neither son nor brother. There was no end to his toil, yet his eyes were not content with his wealth. For whom am I toiling? He asked, and why am I depriving myself of enjoyment? This too is meaningless, a miserable business. 2 are better than 1, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Also, if 2 lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Though one may be overpowered, 2 can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. Let's pray. Father, in this world, it is so easy to place work and achievement over relationship and friendship. And in the busyness of life, it can be hard to connect with people that we want to know better because either our schedules or theirs are just so full. Lord, would you help us to succeed in this business of friendship through being available, through being loyal, through being fun, coming alongside them just the way you come alongside us, because you're the greatest friend. Lord, we pray this in your name. Amen. Thanks for listening. I'm Sheridan Boise, and today's encouragement was provided by our Daily Bread Ministries.
You had the word. Now it's time to get up and meet the birds. All right. We're going to do, it's PT time. You know what time it is. Let's do this. Let's get this done. Rough and tough, airborne, every day we run to the sun. No sweat, not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knee. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Well, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Time to rise and shine, people. Here we go, all the way. Gotta be rough and tough, airborne, all the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, needs no breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. I know, y'all don't know nothing about that. We doing it, we got this. Come on now, PT's coming up, PT's coming up. Driving on, driving on. Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light leave with the cheerleading blow. Come on now. Somebody get Sergeant Smith right here. Tell him, come on. He gonna call PT today, baby, not me. I'm stretching right now. Gotta stretch. Come on now. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. All right. Somebody get the sergeant major and first sergeant out here, tell them they ain't retired yet. Get some of this. Get some of this rum this morning. So let's get it. Let's get it. Here we go. Hard work, work. Oh, oh, oh. Hard work, work. Oh. Hard work, work. Doing it right. Hard work, work, work. That's what they say. I earn my pay. Hard work, do it every day. I get up about 2:45. Oh, and go to pay. Oh, hard work, 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 and go to work. Hard work, work. Oh, that's what they say. Hard work, I do it for play. Come on. Woo! All right. Yeah, work, work, and go. Don't be slacking. Don't be slacking. Let's go to work. Hard work, work, work. That's what hard work, work. Hard work, work. Woo! Hard work, work. Good. Hard work, work. Oh, hard work, work. Hard work, work. Every day, hard work, work. Are we done yet? Come on now. Hard work, work on the airplane in the early morning rain. Woo! Are we done yet? Please? Hard work, work. All right, one more day of PT and it's over. Woo! Hard work, work. Sit them on down. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. I earn it for play. Woo! Hard work, work. Okay. All right. That's enough. Okay. That's enough. Woo! I must be getting old. This PT's getting to me, but that's okay. We only got 1 day of PT left. That's tomorrow. On Fridays, we take a break because we are the reserve crew. That's right. When the crap really hits the fan, when they need us, the war is almost over. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine now as we pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard. And don't forget old Space Force. Don't exactly know what they do, but they are part of the family. But I don't know if they've earned a full seat at the table yet, but we'll see. All righty then. Okay, I am feeling good this morning. Although, thank God, I feel good just about every morning. I know there will probably come a time when but I got to keep up with Donald. Donald is always, he's older than I am, so I gotta outdo him. Even though some areas it's a difficult task, but I have to do it. Speaking of Donald, he'll probably be here sometime this morning, which is good. He always is always a good challenge. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine, and it is time for the word of the day, as well as the lessons of this life. And lessons of life is the things you learn by living. There's no other way to do it. You can't tell people how to run 2 miles if you've never ran 2 miles. You may think you can. It's kind of like telling the quarterback how to quarterback and you've never been a quarterback, or a lineman how to be a good lineman if you've never been one. So I'm just saying we might want to, I think we need to put one more guy on the football field though to help protect the quarterback a little bit better. But then again, the other side is going to want to put one more guy. Okay, damn it, don't worry about it. We got what we need. Okay, we got 12 men on the field, 11 men on the field. That's enough. Okay, on one side of the TV. That's all we need. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope that they find you well. And again, it is a great day to be alive on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. So that's something to be thankful for. If you woke up this morning, you are amongst the living. You have been blessed. So don't start the day out whining. Okay, like me sometimes. I gotta slap myself on that. Anyway, what is the word of the day? The word of the day is adamantine. That's right, adamantine. 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 And what does it mean? Well, it kind of resembles me a little bit. It means rigidly firm or unyielding. Now, I will tell you, there are some things in life that you must be firm on. Your belief, what you believe, you must be firm on. If you are not firm on what you believe, then you don't believe it. So there's some, and then there's some things that we must yield on. Our kids sometimes, you know. Z kind of, you know, puts me in my proper place at times, you know. I mean, I'm the wise one, supposedly. But sometimes he tells me things that I have to look at. I have to look at him. Say, you belong to me? You just said that. So sometimes I just got to shut up, you know, because sometimes he is right. So it's rare. It's rare. But I believe that you give your kids some speaking room. Okay. Matter of fact, somebody sent me a letter the other day and said, at 16, what time should your child go to bed? Listen, I think at 16, if he hasn't figured that out by now, it's a lost cause anyway. He needs to go to bed early enough to at least get 6-7 hours sleep, and or at least be in bed anyway. To make your child go to bed at 7:30 at 16 is crazy. Okay, there's things he got to do, word things he wants to hear about and stuff like that. Yeah, 60 he knows when he needs to go to bed. Because here's the problem we have with our kids sometimes. We want to wait till they get grown to treat them like they're grown. I say, starting at 16, you give them some grown-up responsibility. And therefore, when he comes into his own responsibility, it won't be a foreign language to him. Okay, I'm just like, first thing, earn the money. No more free money. Okay, up until you're 15, you get free money. After that, the free stuff gets cut off. You earn every dime you get. At least that's the way I look at it anyway. And I was unyielding on that. Okay, he's 16, he'll be 17 in October. So, you know, you gotta get out, you gotta figure out how to work it, baby. Work it. You earn by the toil of your hands. You don't get it for free. Even in the Bible, Jesus told the people to leave the fruit on the ground so the poor people could come get it. He didn't say take it to them. He said come get it. You still got to do something for it. That's what I'm saying. So adamantine, rigidly firm or unyielding. Sometimes there's a proper place for both of those, but not all the time. Okay. Now, lesson of life today is an interesting one because a lot of us, you ever know somebody who gets promoted at work, and all of a sudden, baby, they show up for work 2 weeks later with a Lexus. They show up and with the new shoes on. You know, I mean, they just out of here. They don't really give a crap about you no more because they got a title now. Yeah. They, you know, last week, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, they asked you if they could borrow some gas money. But all of a sudden now they got that little raise, and they didn't go down and spent the raise already on the suit and the shoes and the new car. So they don't even have the raise anymore. But I'm just saying, yeah, and they look at you like, well, you know, I'm your boss. Okay, and that's cool. Because everybody gets a boss. I mean, that's you know, that everybody gets one. And I'll tell you what, never mind, I won't even go there. But anyway, you ever seen people like that at your job? Listen, I understand if you get promoted, it comes with different responsibilities and different authorities. We all get that. Okay, kind of like. Now, I didn't understand that at first when I made sergeant in the Army. I had to, you know, because all I was used to being in the Army up until that point, somebody telling me what to do. Well, it got to the point that I had just a little bit, not a hell of a lot, just a little bit of power. So I would go on base, on Bragg, especially Fort Bragg on 82nd. I'd go around just finding private, so I'd have somebody tell what to do. It wasn't nice. It wasn't really nice. You live and you learn, and so you have to take those things into account. But anyway, but I had to do it because all my 4 years prior to that, everybody told Elkins what to do. Elkins, yes, sir. Elkins, yes, First Sergeant. Elkins, yes, Sergeant Johnson. I mean, all I heard was yes, yes, yes. So finally, I made sergeant, and I just went around base telling everybody that was under me what to do, what the hell to do. And it's not a good way to learn leadership. I'll tell you that much. But anyway, so I try to pass that on to other people now. It's all right to lead, but you lead by the things you do and not the things you say. Anyway, here's a lesson of life today. No matter how high you rise, coming down is inevitable. So take notice of how we rise, because the trip down is a lot faster than the way up. So just be mindful. Just be mindful that, you will come down at some time. You get the old retirement thing, or a new boss, a new company buys your company out and they don't like you. So coming down is important too, but you come down a hell of a lot faster than you go up. So again, no matter how high you rise, coming down is inevitable. So take notice on how you rise, because the trip down is faster, a lot faster than the way up. So just be mindful how we treat people. And I said we treat people when we are blessed to be put in a position of authority. Okay? Because goes around, comes around. I'm just telling you, that's the way life is. It is what is today? It is Wednesday, April the 19th. It is the 109th day of the year. And believe it or not, there are only 256 days left. On April the 9th, 1775, the American Revolutionary War began with the battles of Lexington and Concord. In 1865, a funeral was held in the White House for President Abraham Lincoln, assassinated 5 days earlier. His coffin was taken to the capital city, U.S. Capitol, for a private memorial in the Rotunda. 1897, the first Boston Marathon was held. The winner, John J. McDermott, ran the course in 2 hours and 55 minutes and 10 seconds. 1912, a special subcommittee of the Senate Commerce Committee, opened hearings in New York into the Titanic disaster. I don't know what the hearing's about. You hit a big iceberg, you're going down. Okay, God made the ice, you made the ship. I wonder who wins that one. Okay, you're right. Every time. 1943, during World War II, tens of thousands of Jews in the Warsaw Ghetto began a valiant but ultimately futile battle against Nazi forces. In 1977, the Supreme Court in Ingram versus Wright ruled 5-4 that even severe spankings of school children by faculty members did not. Okay, I want y'all to hear this again. 1977, the Supreme Court in Ingram versus Wright ruled 5-4 that even severe spankings of school children by faculty members did not violate the 8th Amendment ban against cruel and unusual punishment. So put the wood, because wood is good. Okay. 1989, 47 sailors were killed when a gun turret exploded aboard the USS Iowa in the Caribbean. The Navy initially suspected that the dead crew member had deliberately sparked the blast, but later said there was no proof of that. And this is a day that will live in infamy for me. 1993, a 51-day siege at the Branch Davidian compound near Waco, Texas, ended as fire destroyed the structure as the federal agents began smashing their way in. About 80 people, including 24 children of sect leader David Koresh, were killed. One of the worst government mess-ups in my lifetime on the soil of the United States of America. 1995, a truck bomb destroyed Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City, killing 168 people. Bomber Terry McVeigh, who prosecutors said had planned the attacks as revenge for the Waco siege 2 years earlier, was convicted of federal murder charges and executed in 2001. In 2005, Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger of Germany was elected Pope for the first conclave of a new millennium. He took the name Benedict XVI. Okay? And in 2015, Freddie Gray, a 25-year-old black man, died a week after suffering a spinal cord injury in the back of Baltimore's van while he was handcuffed and shackled. I must admit, I'm trying to figure out how in the hell that happened. 6 police officers were charged, 3 were acquitted, and the city's top prosecutor eventually dropped the 3 remaining charges. I mean, how does that happen? You're shackled. How do you? Yeah, okay. So I'm not always on the police side. You know, I mean, that don't make sense to me, but it did, and nobody really paid for that. In 2018, Raul Castro turned over Cuba's presidency to Miguel Mario Diaz-Canel Bermudez. A lot of last names there, a lot of dads involved in that one right there. The first non-Castro to hold Cuba's top government office since 1959, a revolution led by Fidel Castro and his younger brother, Raul. 14 years ago, Republicans rammed an election year $46 billion tax cut for most of America's employers and through the House, ignoring the veto threat from President Barack Obama. The measure went down in defeat, though, in the Senate. India announced its successful test launch of a new nuclear-capable missile. Okay, and 9 years ago, Fox News Channel parent company fired Bill O'Reilly. How come they did that? Well, following an investigation into harassment allegations being stunning end of cable news' most popular program. And I still like Bill O'Reilly. Okay, I'm not sure the women say. We don't know what they say. And, and to be able to claim somebody did something 10, 15, 20, 30 years later, that is actually, that is an assault on the intelligence of regular people. Okay, bring it up then. There ought to be a what's that word I'm looking for? There ought to be like there's some crimes you can commit after a certain amount of time. The statute of limitation is ran. Come on. But it seems like women who want to be treated just like the men most of the time always want to run back to the past, a long time ago. Well, in 1962, me and Bill Cosby was up there having a good time at a party. This was 1972. I know it's 2022 now, but this happened in 72. I remember like it was yesterday. So we were sitting there on the couch and old Bill asked me if I want some sweet tea, and I said, yeah, I want sweet tea. Next thing I know, I woke up and Bill put back on the shirt. Okay then. And you remember that 1972? Yeah, what day was that? That was a Friday, about 3 o'clock. Okay then. I'm just saying, some of this stuff is ridiculous. And I got me some counseling, and all of a sudden, I remember my mama beat me, my daddy beat me. Back when I was 3, I didn't know what to do. Okay, right. Okay, so you were 3, you're 63 now, and you remember because of this counseling. Hell, I ought to get a raise. If I could, 60 years ago, I pulled those memories. Yeah, right. I got you. I hear you. Okay, let's keep moving on. All right then, moving on to other things. Fox News Channel parent company fired Bill O'Reilly following an investigation into harassment allegations, bringing a stunning end to cable TV news' most popular program. Former New England Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez, who at the time was only 27 years old, who was serving life sentence for 2013 murder, hanged himself in a cell in a maximum security prison in Massachusetts 5 days after being acquitted of murder charges in the death of two men in Boston in 2012. And 5 years ago, I was somewhere near there, former Vice President Walter Mondale, a liberal icon who served as a Democratic senator from Minnesota, and as Jimmy Carter's vice president, before losing one of the most lopsided presidential elections in the nation's history to Republican Ronald Reagan in 1994, died at the age of 93. The D.C. Medical Examiner's Office ruled that Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, who was injured during January 6th insurrection, suffered a stroke and died from natural causes. NASA's experimental Mars helicopter named Ingenuity took flight on Mars, rising 10 feet into the thin air above the dusty red planet to achieve the most powerful flight by an aircraft on another planet. And certain birthdays today, that's right, actor Eleanor Donahue, 85 years old. Musician Alan Price, The Animals, is 80. And actor Tim Curry is 76. And pop singer Mark Flo Volman, The Turtles, Flo and Eddie, is 75. Actor Tony Planza is 70. Former tennis player Sue Baker is 66. Never heard of her. Motorsports Hall of Fame Al Unser Jr. is 60. Tom Wood is 59. Former recording executive Serge Knight is 57. All right then. Anybody else's birthday that I actually know of? Jennifer Esposito is 50. Never heard of her. Jennifer Taylor is 50. Never heard of her. Jazz singer Madeline Peyroux is 48. Never heard of her. James Franco is 44. Never heard of him. Actor Kate Hudson is 43. Heard of her. Actor Hayden Christensen is 41. Never heard of him. Actor Christina Sandino Marino is 41. Never heard of her. Actor Ali Wong is 40. Okay, so the rest of these guys are kind of young. I never heard of them anyway. But happy birthday to him anyway. Oh, retired tennis player Mario Sharapova. Okay, Sharapova is 35. I've heard of her. Not very much. Anyway, so that's some birthdays today. Now, what are some of the national days today that we are celebrating at 6:52 in the morning? Well, it is National Garlic Day. Now, I don't like the smell of it, but they say garlic has a lot of medicinal, things that it can do for you. So, okay, except for that funky smell for it. I mean, people always got a nerve to come into your face. Hey, how you doing? Blowing it. I've been trying to look for someplace to go. Where can I go? Where can I go? But there's no place to go. They're in front of you. I can't stand the smell of garlic. Although I must admit to you, I do like garlic toast with my spaghetti. Okay? And that's the only time I like it is with spaghetti. And refresh your goals day. This is the perfect time to refocus and to refresh your personal goals. Don't give up on them. I know we're almost 6 months into the year and things not going right, and where you thought you'd be. Trust me, I got some. What's that called? When the things you want to do before you die, whatever that is. I got some of those too. Okay, and I kind of fell off the planet or something like that. Anyway, so refresh those goals and shake them up in the box and reach down in there and start over, because it's never too late until you take your last breath. Okay. Now, this is a medical term that there's nowhere in the world I'm ever going to get it right, but I am going to try. Congenial diaphragmatic hernia action day. We'll just go with that. Okay. This is about your hernia. Okay. Now, Dutch American Friendship Day. Hey, I'm all for that. I like being friends with the Dutch. I mean, opposed to anybody else, I'm good. But here's my favorite day. Here's a humorous day. This is a day designed to urge you to see the silver lining in every situation. And thank God I do have that ability to go in and extract, even from a bad situation, there's always a silver lining. Yeah, sometimes you got to look for a minute and find it. But there's always a silver lining. Your job is to find it. Okay? Now, it is also John Parker Day. I guess if your name is John Parker, and then right on. Celebrate the determination and bravery of the face of danger on John Parker Day. And here's one, the landing of the 33 Patriots Day. Wave your flag high up in the air to celebrate the landing of the 33 Patriots Day. Don't know much about that day, but okay. National Amaretto Day. I don't really know what that is, but okay. Savor the rich, strong, velvety taste of almond flavor liquor goodness this National Amaretto Day is. Okay, so evidently it's got something to do with the drink. I don't know who the brother is, but whoever he was, evidently he must have brought us something to drink. I'm good. Now, it's National Banana Day. Now, be careful with this one, ladies and gentlemen, because we live in a politically correct world. Okay, don't be handing black folks national bananas on Banana Day. Okay, next thing you know, you'll be in the unemployment line. I'm just saying you might want to just skip that day altogether because somebody will take it the wrong way. Okay, it's National Banana Day, but if you get in trouble, tell them to call me because I'm the one to put it out there in Montgomery, National Banana Day, because that's what they gave me to put out. Okay, so what an amazing time to celebrate awesomeness and the world's most popular fruit, the banana. I'm just saying you might want to govern yourselves accordingly on that, national. I don't think it because brothers don't know about National Banana Day unless you are like, what's that guy's name that put out the banana boat song? Daylight come and I want to go home. Oh, oh. Daylight come and I want to go home. Okay, so National Banana Day. I'll just tell them they might want to be careful about who they hand a banana to on National Banana Day, because some people may get a little bit upset about that. I just say you might want to look at the survey of the land before you hand somebody a banana and say Happy Banana Day. I'm just saying you might want to think about that twice. Okay. All right. What else is it? National Cat Lady Day. I think people who have lots of cats are weird, right? I went to a lady's house one day to fix her computer. She had 47 cats, and she wondered what was wrong with her computer. Okay, it was all furred up. Okay, I'm just saying you might not want to have 47 cats in your house.
So it was effed up.
Yeah, it was catted up. Yeah. So I think I don't. Yeah. Oh, I got that. I was slow. Yeah, that's true. It was furred up. That's right. Anyway, National Cat Lady Day. Okay. Oh, congratulations to the women in Wetumpka. The district attorney decided not to pursue the case because they were just feeding poor animals there that was hungry, and they're gonna strain them, put them in handcuffs like they robbed a bank or something. 60 and 80-year-old women. Come on, man. I mean, Wetumpka. That's all the police. Listen, if y'all don't have no crime, then come on down and help us. If the worst y'all can do is arrest people for feeding dogs and strays, Anyway, they decided they want to say congratulations to those young ladies right there around my age. So I'm saying, listen, some days all brother can do is feed the cats because I don't have nothing else to do. All right, move right along. National Cat Day, National Dog Parent Appreciation Day. Okay, who let the dogs out? Not dog parents, because they're little furry friends. Listen, this is the only country I've ever been to where dogs and cats were superior in treatment to human beings. I mean, I know there's a story about a lady who left her cat $1 million. Now, that's a cat I like to walk, okay? What's your cat need a new car for? Because it'd be cold outside. It'd be hot outside. I got to put him in the car to ride him around. Okay. That's where we are now in America. National Hanging Out Day. Ditch your dryers and hang your clothes outside. Hey, poor folks know all about that, okay? Having a string outside in the backyard with the clothing. I haven't seen a clothespin in years, but there's ways to get that done. Anyway, we'll see you. Time's up. It's Wednesday. Donald Jenkins will be up when we come back. See what he got to say.
Good morning. How are you this morning, my friend?
Fine.
How's everything going?
Can't complain.
Are you living your best life?
I am. I don't have any complaints.
Don't have any complaints?
I don't have none.
Oh, okay. I see you got a new cap.
Wow.
Oh, really?
I got my tax return right there. I knew how black I was yesterday.
Listen to you. Shame on you.
I'm gonna go buy something.
WLWI-AM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, the Cumulus Media Station. This is the CBS World News Roundup, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The Supreme Court has until the end of today to rule on whether a commonly used abortion pill, mifepristone, stays on the market or not, after a federal judge ruled access should be suspended nationwide. Correspondent Jan Crawford is at the Supreme Court.
I think that the justices are going to block those rulings. They're going to keep this pill available nationwide. And that's because at the heart of this case, it is directly at odds with bedrock conservative principles, especially on the issue of standing and whether these challengers even have a right to be in court in the first place. It's not clear. I mean, you've got to show you've suffered some injury or you have a stake in the case to be able to sue.
The white homeowner accused of shooting a black teenager who rang his doorbell will be arraigned today. His family says 16-year-old
Now, I know what you're going to
begged
think about this, and I know I'm. Good morning. I know I'm going to be off. This guy, they kept talking about there's a racial component.
Fox News has agreed to pay Dominion
And they finished saying, and what are you talking about? Well, the kid that got shot in Missouri by the white guy.
Attorney
He was pulling on the guy's door, and the guy was at the wrong house. The young man was at the wrong house, and he got shot.
That's what they were just talking about.
Right. And I just, you know, he's 85 years old, man is doing you know, I think it was a perfect storm. I think that he was scared. You don't just open the door and start shooting at people. Somebody, he was at his house. He wasn't going to nobody else's house. He didn't know that there's some guy who lost his way.
In other words, that's the difference between you and I. That's your point of view.
Right, that's right.
Based on, you see, you have a habit of giving white people the benefit of the doubt. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. No, I'm going to tell you, in this country, hold on. You have to, in the total case, in this era now, in the era of MAGA and Trump,
he had his house.
Look,
he had his house.
Look,
he didn't know about his house. Hold on. Somebody pulls on the
Watch
door.
this. You people who believe in this kind of stuff gave the police the benefit of the doubt when they did a no-knock warrant and killed a woman in her house.
Who gave
That's in Memphis. That's a woman that was killed in her house.
And there was another lady that was killed in Texas. Another guy who was shot.
So I mean, see, when you go down this road, in other words,
when you come to somebody else's house and you pull it on the door, I'm thinking, and I'm 85 years old, I'm thinking the same thing. Somebody trying to get in. That's what I'm thinking too.
I don't know all of the information.
But I read.
In other words,
the guy made a mistake. He's at the wrong house.
The guy made a mistake. He was at the wrong house.
Right. He's at the wrong house.
Okay. That's the same thing that happened to the woman who was at the wrong house and killed a man in there. So
well, that's what she said.
You get what I'm saying? Now you see.
But this guy was at his house and somebody yanked him in the door. And he's been robbed before. He's been shot. So he came out shooting.
So that, in other words,
it wasn't right.
See, that's one of those things where all of the things and those circumstances are not clear to us on the outside.
Okay.
Now, that's for a jury to
But the
decide.
one thing that is clear, he was at his house in the middle of the night, 10 o'clock at night, and somebody is trying to get in.
All of the things that led up to the shooting, the actual shooting,
well, I mean,
that is for a jury to decide.
That's true.
Only you and I, from my perspective, there are too many innocent people who are killed.
But logic and reason.
But here's the thing. People are too trigger happy right
That's true, but this is America. Listen, we trigger happy too.
I'm not trigger happy.
I tell you, but it amazes me that we always get.
I'm not. But see, here you go.
Well, we get national.
You can make it.
We get national.
But here's what you're having.
White guys involved.
You're having
black folks killing each other.
No, you're having so many. You're having so many black people killed.
Black folks killing each other more.
Hold on.
We're killing each other more.
We'll kill each other more. Because you know what? People usually kill who they know.
That ain't no excuse.
I'm not giving an excuse. I'm just saying that's totally different.
Our lives don't mean much when we kill each other.
It means something all the time.
Yeah, only for the neighborhood. Right now we get national.
Okay, we got national news where we had what was it? One of those mass murders. You know.
Sure, in Dayville.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. How are you?
So where nothing ever happens in Dayville.
Nothing. It happened this time.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Kevin.
Guess who did that?
Kevin. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Who did it?
A bunch of black folks did.
Did it?
Yes.
How you know?
I know who they are. I got the names and everything.
Okay. And what's your point?
We ain't going to national headlines over this.
Yes, it is. It's national. Dayville is national
when
headlines.
You shoot 28 people and you kill.
It's a mass murder.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's the largest mass murder this year. And it's still April, yeah. But I'm just saying, so far, that's the biggest one.
The typical health insurance plan. This year works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need, 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Hey, River Region, we're looking for the best of the best. We need your help. Right now, we're hosting our first ever News Radio 1440 Listeners' Choice Award. We're looking for the best in dining, shopping, and everything in between. So let your voice be heard. Visit newsradio1440.com today and vote for your favorites in over 100 categories. You could even win cash prizes just by voting. $500 is up for grabs. Vote for your favorites at newsradio1440.com today.
Prescriptions required online consultation with a healthcare provider will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/G.
So what I'm saying is, he shot outside his house into a driveway. What I'm saying is, Kevin,
They weren't trying to get.
but see, I don't know what he was thinking. Just like I don't know what that man was thinking. See, you bring these incidents to make it seem like there is a problem in America, but when a black man brings it up like there is no racial problem, see, that's what you're
I'm
trying
saying
to
that, but everything is not about race.
It's not. So I can't comment. In other words, I can't comment on the one that was shot in the driveway, and I really don't want to comment on the one that was shot on that, because it just brings up arguments that are unnecessary.
Well, not arguments, discussions.
It's not a discussion, because you're gonna have no offended, and you're gonna be on that side. You want me to be on the. I'm not going to do that.
Okay, we're back. But it is a what day is it? It is a Wednesday. It is October, not October. What is it? April. Like Biden does right now. But little bit it is. 860-1440 number. You want to get called up, talk what's ever on your mind. I had an interesting meeting last night. Our guest this morning is Mr. Donald Jenkins, like my older brother. Like me and my brother were actually doing the same. I don't know what. I know he was. Half my family did. That's a shame. Anything to do with it? Yeah, they let me know. Yeah, I know. And I gotta start getting some of them benefits for being a senior citizen. I don't feel like a senior citizen, so when I go to the store, when they church, they say the seniors can meet us downstairs for the potluck there. I don't ever go. I don't feel like a senior citizen. No, I don't eat much. I just now really? You be Coke to it or something like that. I might go. Now I mean the Coke that you pour. I mean the Coke. Yeah, but I don't much eat my junk food either. So, but I just can't get off older. But I don't drink 10 a day anymore. I cut it down to 1 or 2, which is still too many. You know, they take the diabetes. You know what they say? That's what they say. So I guess they know more than I do. They're doctors, you know. I think the pills got names in it I can't even pronounce. Which is not unusual. There are a lot of words I can't pronounce. You know. So what's going on, Mr. Jenkins?
Oh, no. Yeah. But I'm going to keep it general. Right? You know, there's a thing that I put on the elderly guy, and he's speaking to him. He's important. Just what do you know? What do you do? Mm-hmm. And it's important to know what you know and know what you believe.
I agree.
So most people believe you think they know. That's what you believe. And that's where our problem is in this country. Where a lot of people believe things that but they say they know it.
And what is the definition of truth?
Truth is, that's what you know. That is the truth. What you believe. In other words, there will people who will argue about the truth. That's a belief. It's not what you know, it's what you believe. They will argue about God. Not what you know, is what you believe. So everyone does not believe the same thing, according to what you were brought up with, what you were taught. That's what you believe. And there are things that are a social construct. That's basically what people believe. It is a belief. It is not what you know.
If people believe it's true, does that make it true? You know, exactly.
It's a belief.
So how do we define what truth is? Because if I believe it, to me, it is true.
And that is what I say every time I hear it. That is your perception. If you perceive it to be true, it is true to you. But that does not make it true. That is perception. And your perception gives you your perspective. That is your point of view. And that's what people argue about all the time. I listen to the and the other and so forth. And people are arguing about what they believe, not what they know. In other words, there's this big thing now, and I see it happening in politics, about sexual orientation. That is a belief.
Which doesn't make it true.
And that's a point of view. And you know what? And yes, it is. It's a point of view. Everything gives you have a point of view on everything.
Which could be wrong.
No, it's just a point of view.
But it's not true.
It may be different. Yes.
Well, there are some points of view that are absolutely wrong.
No, it's just a point of view.
Do you realize in the human body, there is one bone that identifies male and female? I don't care what you think you are. I don't care what you think. There's a bone in the body that identifies, scientifically, that identifies male and female.
And here's what I'm talking about. Okay.
You know which one?
What we're talking about, that is irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant.
It is.
What I'm saying is,
male and female
are not the same.
That is science.
It's biological.
That is science.
It is what it is.
That's what biology is. That's a science.
Yeah, I got
okay,
that.
now, psychology.
Dummy.
No. What I'm saying is,
I know what it means.
Psychology.
Yeah.
Is also a science. Now, in psychology,
it's a practice.
Oh, no, here's what you have.
Yeah.
Psychologically, there are people who believe something.
Believing is okay. You can believe whatever you want to believe.
And they are born with that belief.
It doesn't make it true.
It is a belief.
Right.
And that's what I said at the beginning.
Okay.
That's what they believe. I'll give you a perfect example.
Yeah.
There have always been androgynous individuals in our community.
Okay.
Do you know what that means?
I think I got a concept.
Yes or no is the answer.
I think I know.
If you know what it means.
Well, just tell me what it means.
You didn't know, so I'll tell you, and to anyone who didn't know. Androgynous individuals are individuals who are one gender, so to speak, but have the qualities of another. That means you can have a man who has the qualities of a woman, or you can have a woman who has the qualities of a man. But that person is not necessarily homosexual, but they just have a quality. I'll give you a perfect example, and in our community, we look at it differently.
Yeah, we do.
There's an individual in the political arena who is androgynous to us in the Black community. That's Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham has the feminine qualities of a woman when he's speaking and in his actions. It appears to be feminine. So that's androgynous. That doesn't mean he's homosexual. But in our community, we say he has tendencies to be homosexual. That's what we say. You've known men like that. There are men who.
Sure, my brother was like that.
He appears to have the qualities.
Like
but he's born like that.
Okay.
So what I'm saying.
Well, basically, you're saying it's a male with the mannerisms of a female.
Right. So that's a social construct.
Yeah.
So what we believe we have a consensus on that is what a man should be.
All right, come on, who's this? Yes. Morning.
Caller, can I stop? I'm not interrupting, but I want to put something before you go too far. What? No, hold on. Here's what I want to say. No, do you know what the Bible is? Do you know what the Bible is? The Bible is a belief. It is not a fact. There's absolutely no fact in the Bible. Everything in the Bible is what you believe. The writers of the Bible.
I don't know if I can agree with that.
The Bible is a book of belief. No, that's your belief. Is the Quran, let me ask you this. Is the Quran a book of truth? That's now if you were if you were a Muslim, the Quran is a book of truth. Well, let me ask you this. Is the Torah a book of truth? If you are Jewish, the Torah is a book of truth. But if you are Muslim, the Torah and the Quran do not work together. So who is telling the truth? Is it the Muslim, the Jew, or the Christian? It's a belief, and that's what I just said. And that's a belief. What I don't know your point in there, because there are things in that are not true.
Well, okay.
What? Hey, in the forefathers said, we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, said slave owners. What's a transgender bathroom? Have you ever seen a transgender bathroom?
There's no such thing as a
transgender. There's no such thing as a transgender bathroom.
No, there's no such thing scientifically.
Well, that is a belief. See,
now that's a belief.
That is a social construct. No, it's a social construct.
No man has ever turned himself into a female.
No. Gender is a belief, sir. Let me ask you this. Is gender a science? I'm telling you, gender is what we believe it is. Male and female is a science. Gender is a social construct.
That is true. Gender is
gender.
Women,
Let's define what words mean. Male and female, that is science. Gender is a belief. That is a social construct.
No, gender goes along.
No. Gender is different from your biology. It can be. Here's the difference, sir. You have a sentient being and a sapient being.
Well, listen, I gotta move. I gotta move on because we are not. Well,
you never had a question. You had a belief. There's no such thing. I've never seen one. A gender is what you believe you are. There's no such thing as there is male and female, and then there's gender. They said, what do they say, gentlemen and ladies? I've never seen a bathroom that said male and female.
Why don't we just say bathroom?
It said men and ladies. It said gentlemen, gentlemen.
Well,
and ladies.
listen, y'all ain't gonna agree with this.
It is a belief.
Okay, gotta run, but appreciate it because he ain't gonna answer, so we're gonna move on.
Right.
Good morning. I think that's a bunch of crock, though, the belief thing you talked about. I think
it's a belief.
Yeah, well, both of them made my head hurt on that one. So leave that alone.
Well, good morning. How are you this morning?
Yeah. That's right. Until they find out it ain't really a woman. So
yeah.
You'd have to put a caveat in your songs. I love this woman who is supposed to be a woman.
You know, that's your belief. You know, and that's the problem now. Now we try to interfere in other people's belief too much.
Your
no, man. There have always been gay choir directors.
Sure, we knew
always.
We knew they were.
But it was no big deal.
Right, but that don't make him a woman because he believes it.
No, it makes them. That means their gender is a male, but they have female tendencies.
Okay, that's cool.
And that has nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm. Right. POV. Right. I agree with you there. And I try, and that's what I try to bring to the show. In other words, we may disagree on issues, but I'm not going to use an adjective to describe you or anything. It's just that
but I will. Yeah, I will.
That's it. Yeah. But it's your, and I always try to say it's your POV, it's your point of view.
Yeah.
Right.
However, LT, however, now I hear what you're saying, you're snoozing me right now. I'm about ready to go, tears about ready to come down my eyes here. I'm just, but that whatever it is that you believe must be filled with some mechanism of truth. In your mind, are there any absolute truth?
Right.
Yeah. And I would agree. But I'm also going to have that conversation permeated on a little bit of truth. You cannot believe that the sun is the moon and the moon is the sun. Okay, and they have no. There must be truth somewhere in that belief. It's truth is not a social concept. Yes, no, it is not.
What you believe is a social
concept. That doesn't make it true. But truth never changes regardless of what you believe.
It is a social.
No, it isn't, Donald. It is not.
What you believe.
No, what you believe, maybe so. But what you believe does not necessarily make it true. Your perception doesn't make it true.
That's right. We're agreeing whether you believe it or not.
Truth is an absolute. Okay, you cannot change it.
Now, and what I'm telling you is your argument about gender is a.
You either are a male or a female. That's it. There is no other explanation.
And that's where it's at. You are born either male or female.
That's right.
Most of the time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They tell me that all the time.
Well, You gave your point of view. Mhm. Right. Yeah. And that's my purpose for bringing this conversation to the table, because I see that people can't see the difference between what you know and what you believe.
Yeah. LT, got to take my run. One more thing before we get, I'm gonna let you cogitate on this while we go to break. If truth is what you say, your opinion would never correct me again on a mispronunciation of a word. Okay? Because that's my interpretation of how to pronounce the word. So if what you say is what I believe, then I'm good.
That's what I believe. That's the social construct of language.
Okay. But that's social construct. That's not the Bible. Okay. So we both right. We were both right.
There's an acceptable norm.
Oh, now we go back to
and which is a social construct.
And norm has to be predicated on some absolutes.
Which is
Let's take a break, and we'll be back. It is 7:26 in the morning. Our numbers are 860-1440. You can text me if you can't get in on the phone. Don't be threatening me. That's where I see it.
You got to make it right.
Oh, now we're going back to right. So what is right? Let me get it. We'll be right back.
Will we? I like that. That's a good one. I like it. Oh. Do you believe it?
Believing it doesn't make it true.
You're right. That's my whole point in the conversation. If you believe something,
that doesn't make it true, though. What is true?
Doesn't make it true. It is your perception.
But your perception could be 100% totally wrong.
That's true.
Yeah, okay, so you have to define what truth is.
Okay, and what we're saying in here, we're not talking about true and false. We're talking about perception, which is neither true nor false.
Yeah, it's predicated on either truth or falsehood, but it is. No, your perception has to be predicated on something. No. But what you believe does not make it true.
It's your perception based on.
And your perception can be. If I'm on drugs, my perception while I'm on drugs will not be the same perception as if I am clear-headed and clear-minded.
Have you ever been on drugs?
No, I've seen enough people.
That's what you believe.
Well, that's what I know. Because when your brother tries to kill you while they're on drugs, and say, "Oh, I didn't know I did that."
You know what? You have what is called a functional alcoholic.
Still an alcoholic, though.
He's still alcoholic, but he's a functional alcoholic.
He's functioning with limited quality.
No.
Yeah, but he is. Then why bring up alcoholism? I know, but why bring? I ain't yelling. This is why I normally talk. Why bring up alcoholism? Too loud. It's too loud.
You're too loud.
You're too loud.
Too loud.
is real. That's true. Truth is not predicated on what you believe, what you think.
We're not talking, but see, we're talking about perception.
No, we're not. We're talking about truth. You're talking about perception.
No, we're both talking about that.
Like this, right?
It's what you believe.
There's no way in the world I can sit up in the air without that parachute. I can't do it. There's no other way for me to do it. The only way I can.
You're talking about the law of gravity. Gravity.
That's the truth. The law of gravity is true.
That is true.
It can be proven, and it does not change.
But there are cases where gravity doesn't exist.
I don't live there. Yeah,
so
on Earth.
On Earth, we are in gravity. But on the moon, gravity doesn't exist. You jump 30 feet.
And you'll still go down.
So, but what I'm saying is, Kevin, perception is, and that's what the whole conversation is.
Perception is not
and
reality.
That's why we can't have conversations now, because you want to say it is truth, and that's what people say.
Truth is relative. Truth is not relative. Your perception is relative.
Okay. Now, do you believe? Here's this. Do you believe that the Creator creates different human beings?
Sure.
Okay. Are there human beings who are born with one arm?
Sure.
Are there human beings who are born with no legs?
That's true.
Are there human beings who are born in one body and their mind makes them another?
I'm trying to be indoctrinated on the other side of that microphone. So, I'm trying to indoctrinate. That's okay. You don't have to. Forget about it. 860-1440, go to phone. So who's getting the longest? Good morning, you're on the air. Good morning. Yes.
So let me ask you this: if you were born in China and you would be among the billion people there, the Bible would not be the book that you would call to. If you were born in India, the Bible would not be you see, the truth to you in America and what you are taught is the truth. That's a belief. That's what you believe. If you believe it, that does not make it true. You just merely believe it because the Bible is a book of beliefs.
And if you perceive it, that does not make it true.
That's right. If you perceive that what is in the Bible is true, that does not make it true. You perceive it to be true because you read it in the Bible. But if you picked up a Quran and it said something else, then you picked up a Torah and it said something else.
Well, let me let you go.
Yeah. We're not talking about child. I agree. No, it's not.
All right.
No, it's not.
All right. All right. Hey, appreciate it. Good morning on there. Sorry about that, but I had to let you go. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. And that's what you believe. There you go. Mm-hmm. Thank you. There you go. Okay. But that's what they believe. Mm-hmm. That's what you believe. There you go. But that's what they believe.
And it's all right. It's all right. It's all right to have an opinion. Appreciate your call. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Let's change. Let's change. There have been many people. Wait, hold it. There have been many people who have ended up in prison based on what somebody told them was true, and thank God for EJI, they've gone and found out that that so-called truth was not true, and they've been let out. So just because it is sprouted out on the news doesn't make it true. It is what Donald said somebody believes to be true. Because it's a nuisance. Right. No, it's a nuisance. Yeah, okay, let's get on something else. Yeah, get on something else. Yeah, I don't know how to talk about race to you. I don't know how to talk about race to you.
Subject there because people want things a lot of times. It's how we treat each other. It's not what's on Fox News or what's on MSNBC is what's important. It's how we treat each other as we walk around. That's what's important. That's race relations there. Not what's on the TV or the radio or what Kevin or I say. It's how you treat your fellow man when you meet them out there in the street, be they black or white. That is race relations, okay?
Y'all talk about it too much. Okay. Okay. You know what? You know what? Our kids would get along if we never brought it up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's a commercial you see on TV sometimes where there's a little black child and this little black boy. They see each other. They haven't seen each other in a long time. They run toward each other with the love that I wish the universe had, and they just hug each other forever. So right. If the kids learn from adults, and I'm afraid to say that we're just not doing a very good job. Okay, I don't want to get to the philosophy of race relations this morning, but I hear what you say and appreciate it. Let me take another call. People been waiting for a minute here, so let me get on in here. Come on, who's this? Good morning, Miss Daisy.
Good morning. I'm doing very fine. How about yourself?
Thank you. Oh, he's doing fine. He's doing fine. I'm proud of my child. Okay. Thanks, man. Good morning. Who's this?
Hi, how are you this morning, sir? Yes. Is it? Okay. You brought it up. You always bring it up. Mm-hmm. I don't have, look, I don't know anything about that. I can only speak to what I know. All I know is someone was shot and someone shot him. Now, I found out later that it was a white man. I don't get into that black and white. It's just like the killing in Daybrook. I don't know who the people were. And I didn't get into it because you know what? There are too many killings. It's just like there was a woman that was killed who drove into the wrong driveway. I don't know all of the facts of that. In other words, what I'm talking about is what people believe. What do you believe and what do you know? I don't know anything about any of those things I just mentioned. I don't know anything. All I know is what I read in the paper. So I cannot give you an opinion about something that I know nothing about. I know the same thing you know. Go ahead. Okay. I don't know. Race is a social construct, sir. When you look at things in the racial terms, go ahead, I'm sorry. Look, I am talking about what you believe. What do you believe? No. Racism is a social construct where a group of people believe they are superior to another race. A black person can't do that. Only white people can do that because that is who controls everything.
You really believe that?
Yes, I do. That is what I believe. What? Superiority is based on what you have and your power.
Well, I think we go
in this country, it has been white people who have the power. Go ahead and finish. Go ahead. I don't know. That's between you and him. I don't know. I can tell you I know what I know and know what I don't know. I don't know.
What? What? What you ask? No, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I don't know about that one either. Yeah.
Call him and help you out.
But if he wants to,
Can I say something before you go? Caller, can I say something before you go? When you make it personal, there are people all over the world listening to this program. When I'm here, I do not make it personal because I don't mention your name or anyone else's name. I deal with issues, not personality. If you can come on this station and deal with issues, let's do that. No.
Okay. And now that ends that conversation. I got to run. It's 7:45 in the morning. We'll be back. Black people, of course, can be racist. Come on, man.
No, racism is.
I didn't say racism. I said black people can be racist.
No.
Really?
A racist is a person who believes that they are superior,
and
that their race is superior.
We got black folks who think they're superior to other black people.
No.
That's
not racism.
Oh, that ain't racism?
That ain't racist. Because you know what? Over there, look at them. They said, those are the greatest women over there. Like here, I'm over here saying, I thought those were the greatest women over there on the other side of the fence. See, that's always the
But you cannot escape what truth is.
And that's not true, that's belief.
But you cannot escape what it is. And we have a hard time figuring out how to define truth. There's only one definition for it. One. I didn't realize that 2 years ago. This thing, oh, that's what it is. I realized that. You're younger than I thought. I saw you on the cover of 87 million apologies. Yeah, that's okay. They'll make it up on advertising. Somebody else gonna pay that, not them. The insurance company gonna pay that.
The worst thing could happen. So their ratings would be dropped.
But it seems
they would have been several weeks going through it.
It seems to me that you lose your freedom of speech when media is the fourth estate in America. It used to be that we would be on the ability to be sued for their opinion.
What you have in journalism, what we have here is called the absence of malice. See, that was malicious.
You got a right to think they stole the
No. What you have in journalism, there should be the absence of malice.
Not with only human beings.
No, I'm saying in journalism, there should be absence of malice.
It sounds good.
That means I'm reporting to you. I don't have malice, and I'm giving you one side of a view that is going to be detrimental to someone else. That's called malice.
Right, but you cannot give both sides of every issue.
That is look, in journalism, that's why, and people got away, but see, Fox carried it a little bit too far. Where they knew that that this was not true.
So what they do?
So what? That means if you know it is not true and you purport it to be true, That is malice when you call us a bot.
If there's a shield that has come over media now.
Let's deal with the fact. Yeah, the fact is, you reported that Dominion did something that they did not do. And you know they didn't do it.
And we are back. The time on the wall said 7:52. You got the video by 8 o'clock. You got 8 minutes by which to arrive. 860-1440 is your number here. You want to text us? 241-9998. Don't forget the area code, whatever, which is 334-241-9998. That's our number here. So, if you don't want to be heard on radio because you don't want people to think you're crazy or you think you're smarter than everybody else, we won't tell who checked. They'll have to pull my fingernails out of my hand before I tell anybody anything. Anyway, good morning to you. It was a great day to be alive. Donald King is with me this morning like he is on every other Wednesday. Well, not every other. Wednesday of the month, and he always brings a different perspective. Although perspective and truth may live in the same city, but they certainly don't live in the same neighborhood. So we'll always have to agree to disagree on that. Opinions not based in facts are what I call are mental exercises in futility. Okay, I don't think an opinion must be based on some fact. If it isn't, then if it isn't
based on perception, then
it's schizophrenic. It's schizophrenic thing. You're schizophrenic in the brain.
It's what you perceive,
and what you perceive. I can perceive that I can fly.
Okay, if that is the case, then. And I don't want to get into politics on it, but I'm giving you a say where in this lawsuit we're talking about, people were stating something that was not true. They did.
Prove they knew it wasn't true. You can't.
They did.
When I say something on the air, it doesn't mean that I know it's not true.
They already knew it wasn't.
How do you prove it?
They've already said that this woman is just full of talk. They have no proof of what they're saying. They said that.
And you had no proof to prove to me that you actually think I knew that what I was saying was not true.
Hold on. If you said off air that what this person is saying is a bunch of problems,
right?
But our listeners believe it, so we've got to say this to keep our listeners.
But we have a right to our personal opinion.
But
you have a right to an opinion.
That's called an opinion. That's for the opinion section. But to give it as news, as being purported
Sean Hannity is not a newsman. He is a talk show.
But there are a lot of people who don't know that.
That's their problem.
Now, if
I'm not WSFA, I'm not WAKA.
What is the name of the station you work for? What is it called? It's called Fox News. There are people who think that what is on Fox News is news. There are people who think that everything on MSNBC is news.
But there are people who think that CNN is news.
It is opinion, editorial. That he is an opinion editor.
That's right.
So
what we do every morning.
And this is what that's what we do.
And we're called News Radio 1440. But everybody knows that I'm not a journalist.
You're giving your opinion.
I'm giving my opinion on the news.
And that's what brought this subject up to begin with.
Yeah.
It is what you know and what you believe.
But your opinion still must be based on some fact.
Not necessarily.
Well, I said should be.
It should be.
It may not be. But it should be.
It should
like you saying that silly thing that black folks can't be racist. I mean,
that's not a silly thing. Words mean things. A black person can be racially prejudiced, but they cannot be a racist.
You just blew smoke in my gut.
No, I did not give you the definition of race.
Wait a minute. What do they get? Black
prejudice.
Racially prejudiced.
Prejudice
isn't being racist prejudice.
No.
Yes, it is.
Racist means that you think your race is superior to another. That is racist.
And the product of that racism, is a racism that it projects.
Here's what now, racial prejudice. You can be prejudiced towards black people.
Exactly.
You can be prejudiced towards
and then we call you a fetish.
So what I'm saying is that a racist is a specific term, and it's
black folks cannot be racist.
They cannot be racist because you cannot feel that your race is superior to another.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Go to the NFL.
That's what you believe.
The NFL. See the white guys in the teams, you know?
No.
I'm just saying.
Yes, there are white guys.
In basketball. If I was a white guy right now, and
they are not superior.
I'd be suing the NBA.
Are they superior because of their race?
No. There are those that say that black folks, when we were gerrymandered, for lack of a better word, to play ball and to push that crowd, baby.
Yeah. What you have is when people concentrate on a certain thing and a certain group of people. There are millions of little children that play football.
Right.
There are thousands of kids that play in high school, and then thousands that play and millions in high school. But there are only a certain few of those people who make it to professional ranks.
And most of them black. Most of them black.
Watch this.
Because they are superior in athleticism.
There was no.
Oh, they're not?
No, it's because that's what they concentrate on. If you're 7 feet tall and you concentrate on playing basketball, you more than like. But every guy that's 6'6" is not a good basketball player.
Well, that's true. But you don't believe the preponderance of people in the NFL and the NBA are black because they're black because they are superior in performance.
You watch a baseball game?
I'm bored.
Okay, you go to Alabama State. The majority of the players on Alabama State team speak Spanish.
And so they do in a Major League Baseball.
Okay. Now, does people who speak Spanish, are they superior because of playing baseball?
Well, culturally.
Culturally. Oh, there you go. It's a culture.
This ain't.
That's the same thing.
What's that place over there where the Mason lives sometimes? Costa Rica? Yeah, that place over there. Well, this is America. We gotta go. We can talk about this.
Well, they concentrate on that.
NBA and the NFL.
No, it's not. Look, if you practice, the only way. Look, everyone who plays basketball, does not go to the pros.
That's true, but the majority of people go to pros are black.
Let me tell you this: the best basketball players are not playing in the pros.
They're playing.
They're not playing anywhere. They're not team players. The highest percentage of a shooter in sport in that basketball, the highest percentage, is a guy who doesn't even play because he's not a team player. He can't play on a team. Yeah. You gotta be able to play with a team and mesh together. That's what makes professional teams play.
Well, to say that black folks can't be racist is
I'm telling you that is not racist. And see, we overuse terms. People say everything. Oh, he's just a racist. And I go to black and white people. People say because someone disagrees with somebody, oh, you're a racist. That's not racist. I just disagree with you.
Disagreement is not racist. Right. But blacks can be racist.
No, they can be.
I have been victim of it.
I'm telling you, a racist is a person who thinks their race is superior to other races.
There are some blacks who think that.
There are only one race that ever done that in the world, and that is the European, which is the minority in the world. The minority of people in the world think that they are superior to the rest of the people in the world.
Black folks think they're superior to everybody.
You might think you're better. That's a belief. That's not true.
Okay.
If you believe,
what if there was a particular race of people who are better at just about everything than everybody else is? Is that racism or is that true?
There is no particular race. There is no such thing. Every race, what you put there, and race is a social construct.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no such thing as race. In other words, the original black people, when I grew up, when I heard black the first time I heard it, it was talking about India, from India. And I had a little black symbol. That was the first time I heard race talking about in school. That was little black symbol. Do you remember the restaurant symbol? There was a restaurant chain called Sambo. And Sambo specialized in pancakes. Yeah. You never heard the song Little Black Sambo? Little Black Sambo? That was a little nursery book that we had when we were little called Little Black Sambo. Little Black Sambo was an Indian. And one day he was walking out and the tiger came out. Little tigers came out. What he did, he ran, the short story is, he ran the tigers around the tree. And they were circling around the tree. And they turned into butter. Turned into butter. I guess when I gotta go over there and see if anybody ever heard of Black Sambo. Little Black Sambo. And Sambo's restaurant. And that was a southern thing. No, it's not a southern thing. It was a national, and I gotta ask it. See, you gotta know what you don't know. Because the original black folk that white folk were the Indians. Okay. That's the original black folk. That's white folk were the people. Yeah. No. I'm gonna get my glasses, but I don't need reading.
This is CBS News.
You Googled yourself lately? An ex-employee of a former client, an outdated media article, or sensitive personal information about your family. Search engines don't always get it right. The right or wrong is your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender when you're interested. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. They're cutting edge protections with high-quality unmonitored information for your search results. We also promote the good stuff so your box is to the top. Helping you push your best foot forward. Your name is 2,000 leads linked to the Google algorithm. You control the Reputation Defender. You can start by giving a free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
Some baseball fans are so fed up they might show up at a game later this season.
Just over 5,000 fans turned out to see last night's A's loss to the Cubs in Oakland.
Hey, Montgomery, Prattville, and surrounding areas. It's Matt Parsons with Budget Car and Truck Sales. I'm happy to report it's dime time.
You know, this is the song my older brother introduced me to the Shawite song. So I know you know that song. Yeah, and this is during the time when I would take a record and take the words off the record and try it on a girl and see if it worked. This sounded good. Yeah, this sounded good. It didn't help me at all. Because I didn't have no money to back it up. You want to come ride in my car? I got no car. I'm just saying. You know what's old is you know, I listen to it. That's my favorite part of it. Another one bites the dust? Okay. Never. Okay. You ever see that Amazon one? The little curly-haired girl with the yellow jacket. The girl has a mustache. She has a mustache. Orders music. It's a real girl with a real mustache. Yes, a real girl with a mustache. Yeah, I know most people have seen that. It plays quite often. Yeah, I guess I don't understand. It's an Amazon. Okay. Very common. Okay, I haven't seen it. Good morning, who's this? Have you never heard of Cold Cat? Good morning. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Mm. Right. But don't they have a right to say it behind the scenes? No. Listen, I have in the business in the business, I've had to say some things that I didn't exactly agree with, but you know what? That's the business we're in. Mm. Well, he lied. Mhm. But isn't that like right? But isn't that like the whole Stephen Reed scenario? What we say in private should be left in private. No, 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 no.
That's not a comparison. Don't even
No,
bring
no,
that in.
it is. Why
And
do
especially
we?
not while I'm here. No, I had nothing to do with what he just said. There is no comparison between the mayor of Montgomery and what Dominion
It's
did.
a principle.
It's not.
We're not talking about Dominion. We're not talking about Dominion. We're talking about what we say in private should stay private.
No.
Yeah, yes, it should be.
No. No.
I don't get. Listen, they try to rake the man over the coals of
Here
something
again,
that happened.
Here's what you believe. It's what you know and what you believe. That's
Again,
our conversation.
they tried to do the mayor the same way. Yes, they did.
No,
they took something that was said 3 years ago, brought it out now in order to.
And there was nothing the mayor said that wasn't true.
And there's not. Well, what did Donald say that
It's not
wasn't
what
true?
you say, it's how you say it.
Well, whatever. But they're still trying to do the same thing. What's
No,
said in private.
no.
What's said in
No,
private is
there's
in
no
private.
comparison, and let for the record.
I got you.
I am on this radio with you right now, and I am not comparing what the mayor of Montgomery said or did.
Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on.
And no one else.
Wait a minute. Let's not forget, it's my show. I said, and I said the same thing. The same thing that happened to him is what they do. They did to what's it? What we say in private should be in private.
And that's what you believe.
Well, that's what I believe. That's true.
That
But
doesn't make
it's
it
the
true.
same thing though. So we have a right to our private opinions. They had a right to their private opinion.
If you say in private, I hate Donald Trump passionately.
Okay.
And then you get on there and
That's
say,
my business. That's my business.
No. And
yeah. Yeah. And so do we. And so do we. We love you. And so do we. Wait a minute. So do we. We do the same thing, brother.
Yeah.
So what's the big deal? We all do the same thing.
Don't say someone did something and it wasn't true.
Okay. And even Kamala called called Biden a racist. So she's the vice president now. So we all do the same thing. We blaming other people. We talk about people like a dog behind their back. Well, I do.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that because this
what it is. You brought it up.
Okay.
You brought it up.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, what is. Okay, let's say you can't say
y'all the biggest hypocrites I know.
No, you can't say one thing.
Good morning. Who's this? Yeah, you can.
No.
Yes, you can. It's free speech.
Well, I'm not going.
I ain't saying you do. Good morning. Yes. I didn't bring it up. That's why we have a Supreme Court to make sure that those laws don't violate the Constitution of the United States of America. You will not change people's minds, their private thoughts. You will never change them. But I agree with you. People of influence. Yeah. So people of influence. Again, we got a Supreme Court, a appellate court, and we got all these laws. Matter of fact, we didn't have like that. We didn't have no laws.
You can be prejudiced, sir. It's a difference. Racist means that you believe your race is superior to all other races.
And we do have people.
And that is only one race, and that's a social construct.
We still have people that think that.
That is the Caucasian European created racism. Before them, there was no such thing as racism.
So before white folks came to America, there was no racism.
Right. No,
that's what you believe.
Because there was only one race, and that was the black people who were here.
Oh, now you're saying the black folks here before the white man got here.
Yes.
But we wasn't damn very sure.
Black folks, when Ferdinand de Soto came to Alabama, who did he fight?
We don't know.
A black man.
How we know?
Tuscaloosa.
How do we know?
That's part of history.
Some video? I don't know if he black.
Did Ferdinand de Soto fight people who were black?
I don't care who.
And the leader of those black people, what was his name? Tuscaloosa.
So the white man came over here and beat black folks that were already here.
Yeah. So because they had weapons of mass destruction.
And we weren't smart enough to figure out to get on.
No. Because they brought it. We didn't try to conquer each other.
Okay. So we're doing it now. We're trying to conquer each other now.
Do you know that those were black people, right?
No, I don't believe.
Okay, what is the name of the city where the University of Alabama is?
Tuscaloosa. That's an Indian name.
Right. And what does that mean? Black Warrior. What is river that runs through Tuscaloosa?
Is the Black River?
The Black Warrior River.
You can
and
name,
the Black
you
Warrior
can name,
is Tuscaloosa.
You can name.
It's Tuscaloosa.
I don't know about that.
That means Black Warrior.
Okay. The black folks are here first.
Yeah, black folks were here first.
And then the white men came over and made the slave.
No, they just killed them. They killed all of them and ran them out. The Trail of Tears. They could. There weren't but a few creeks left.
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Fair.
Yeah. 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 I'm off. I fought against them and I won my battle, but it's time to bring the roadblock back. I'm with you. I'm all for it. Bring it back. I'm good. I won't say nothing. Bring the road back. Yeah. Hey, appreciate it. Let me ask some interesting question here. Where did the Indians come from? So the Indians were not here before black folks.
Black Indians were black people. They were black people.
Yeah.
When Christopher Columbus went to Spain with the group of people he took there, he called them Indians, and the white man has never changed that lie. They were not Indians. And Indians are black. And he thought he had Indians from India. He thought that's why they call this the West Indies, where he never came to the United States. He was in the West Indies. He thought he was in India.
Okay, good morning.
We're black.
I was in Mississippi when I get out. Yeah, give me a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Mm-hmm. 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 And so wait a minute. So the whole Black Lives Matter thing and killing folks and yanking people, yanking people out of their cars, killing folks. I mean, so who promoted? Wait a minute. Who promoted that violence? Who promoted that violence? I know, but I am, but what? Yeah, I know, but tell me about that though. Who promoted? Yeah, hey. What is this? Wait a minute. Because it makes nonsensical to me. It was an accident. Right. It was an accident. I don't care about the legality. I'm talking about the morality of it. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to keep a race riot from happening because it's not about race. Yeah. Oh well, that's a good source. And where has she been? Yeah. Yeah. I don't get a script. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I've said no. Now it has nothing. Now it has to do with Trump. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. What's wrong with that? We work for somebody else. I mean, Hey, let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you. Okay, call it. Let me ask you a question. I just got to ask you this one question, and I want you to be intellectually honest with me. Have you ever given somebody a compliment that you feel really didn't deserve what you were doing business? Exactly. See you later. Exactly. See you later. Good morning. Who's that? Yes, ma'am. And that's your opinion. Go ahead. And I'm 68. It's a conversation. It's a conversation. We're not really trying to accomplish it. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. I like the banter. You're 98 years old. You're old enough to be my mother. My mother is dead, and I've never said anything on this radio that my mother would be ashamed that I'm saying. But she knows that I give my opinion based on my perspective. People just don't like it. And I don't. And me too. Some people don't like me. If people don't like my perspective, that's their problem. Okay. Good morning. Who's this? And I like you, and I disagree with your perspective on things. And we can discuss that without calling each other's name. Good morning, go. Next call. Thank you for your call. I gotta take a break. I was about to say something that I had no idea to say. We'll be back. It almost came out. Hey man, you gotta. You're better. It almost came out. You're better than that. You're better than that. Where's your man? Don't do it. I was about to say it. Don't do it. Don't about the brother out of me. Don't do it. You're human. I think about the funnies. Sometimes my hair is.
You still shot, in other words, huh?
You know, this is why the planes and helicopters.
Well, there's no,
That's what my earrings.
there's no plane here.
The effects of it.
You have a microphone. Because I sometimes have to turn the microphone. Why are you yelling? Because your yell doesn't get your point across anymore. You just yell.
Because I am a soldier, the United States Army. And we make sure that when we speak, people understand what we're saying.
Yeah, you feel. Yeah, you get your check already. Yeah, you need to get 100%. You get 100%. You know that. But you already get 100%.
Now we're able. Let me try it.
Yeah, you did it.
I don't know what you qualify for 100%. I don't know.
Yeah, you got PTSD. Oh, goodness. I'm telling you. Well, I think that this has proven that people are so entrenched on what they believe that they're convinced that it is truth, whether it is or not. And that goes on any side of the aisle, whether you're left or right.
We really must define truly what truth is. Because just because you think it's true, doesn't make it so.
And that's why I'm saying, if you understand what is true and what you believe, what do you know? What's the difference? What do you know? What do you believe?
Okay, I'm gonna tone it down just a little bit here, you know, because we didn't understand why I talked about. We did. I talk loud because I got to make sure the message is clear. I have to make sure that you clearly hear and understand what I have to say. I don't want to. I have to get on my son talks to roll. Come on, man, I can't hear you. Talk to me like you don't like me. And then he goes, yeah. Hey, good morning. Who's this? Larry G, what's up? Well, I told her don't call me Mr. Often because he's my elder. But listen, she's in a different generation and she thinks it's respectful. I had no problem with that. Mm. Mm. Right. Mm. 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 Ain't that the truth? But people, wait a minute. That was her opinion. I got you. Wait a minute. She's doing what Donald says. She's giving her opinion from her perspective. And everybody has the right to have one. Right. But, you know, well, I mean, but if you're 97 years old, yeah, but if you're 93 years old, but if you're 93 years old, you get a certain kind of pass. Yeah. What's it? Yeah, I'll say, yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. What's wrong with that, though? What's wrong with that? Okay, and they got respect in church, don't they? Yeah. Because there's a time in the season for all the things. All right. We're good for that. Well, one thing we don't have a lack of on this show is opinions. That's true. One thing that's what it's about, opinions. Yeah. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Again, the principle was when it's said in private, it's said in private for a reason. You said, but so what we are saying, okay, people do not have the intelligence to be able to decipher the information they want to believe. Are we that dumb in America today? Well, personally, in principle, I agree with them people that went up there. Because they ain't going to jail. That's why. But listen. Yeah. Well, again, and again, I think to call that an insurrection is a violation to me of the Constitution of the United States. So okay. Okay.
Well, the Republicans call what the people in Tennessee did an insurrection.
They did. They are part of that house. They are part. Those two guys. They're part of that house. And when they took that job, there's certain decorum things that you say you will abide by. And if you don't abide by it, you get the boot. No. Well, they're back now, but they have a right to do it.
That was decorum.
Okay.
That was not against the law.
Well, it may be against policy.
All they had to do was say don't do it.
Listen. Well, here's what's going to happen. Okay, right here's what's going to happen. When they bring Donald Trump to trial, I'm going to New York. Well, I knew he was, listen, I knew
he missed the last.
Wait, I knew he was only going to be up there for a few minutes, and I went down to Pensacola waiting on to get picked up. Well, that's okay. I won't be at all. I may have to move to New York.
Kevin's going to New York.
Yeah.
My colleague told you he's going to New York.
I'm going to New York to protest with everybody else.
He's going to New York.
Listen, I got my bus ticket already.
There you go.
And he didn't have time. He was the president of the United States at that time. And he told them not to be violent. He told them that.
He said, fight like hell.
Okay. And Obama said, if they bring a knife, you bring a gun.
Now you bring Obama in.
Oh, hey.
It's Obama's fault.
No. You got a right for freedom of speech. You don't have to do what people tell you to do. Yeah. Why should I, the president of the United States, run down there and get all ran over? Why would I do that for? Plus he got secret service around him and all that stuff. Listen, keep voting Democrat. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad. He did go with him in spirit. Wait a minute. Now, I'm not a general. I'm a sergeant, which means I'll be doing the fighting. I ain't mad. Okay? I believe that all the talk shows, all the talk show hosts in America, I believe I'm the only paratrooper. So I went to the fight, brother. No, I ain't talking about that fight. When the wheels went up and said y'all headed to Grenada, then I was on the bird, baby. I was ready to go. That's okay. That's all right. I said, but listen. But when Trump gets up there, I'm going to do the protest. I got my bus ticket already. Well, I may get one. I gotta call him first. Yeah. All right. And Secret Service will not allow him to walk down there anyway. Good morning. Who's this? Do you want me to say something to you I shouldn't say? I mean, really. Now you know you can't nobody hear you. I control the microphone. So should I say something to you that I should not say? Or do you want me to treat you like a lady? If you want me to treat you like a lady, then you ought to act like that. Anyway, see you later. I don't know why y'all think y'all can beat me on the mic. I'm turning you down in a second. Come on, who's this? It was so much confusion that day. I don't know where I was someday. Some moments, I don't know. All I remember is getting on an airplane in the pitch black at night at 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, I'm not going to lie. I say I was down there with the battle. That was not me. I still, to this day, don't know exactly where I went. But anyway, did you go? Okay, then. Well, you're supposed to. You was old enough during that time. I tried to go, but I'm too. Yeah. What? Yeah, the Chinese are something.
Only race is a social construct created by Europeans.
No, wait, just give an answer, yes or no.
No,
Can Chinese be racist?
Race is a created term, sir. Yes, in Oklahoma.
Yeah. So okay then.
And what does that have to do with it?
They're racist too.
They were owners of slaves. Not what?
Oh, they ain't white. So Indians can't be racist because they ain't white.
That's race. Look, slavery is not just a racial term, sir. Slavery is another social construct.
Hey, well, listen, I've got to go to my last break an hour. Well, I try to remember where I was on that great day when the planes took off from McCord Airport. I'll get back. You need to get back. It's slow shot. Oh boy. You know, some people just like to argue just to argue. You one of them. You and Don are just like you. They just like to argue just to argue. Just pick up something. Oh, let's argue about it. But it makes it time. I just got to know your State Farm. This is a courtesy text. One or more of your policy premiums will increase with renewal. We're going to see who that is. Take mine now. Everything is in there. Like my friend, nothing. Yeah, we know. Nah. Everybody. Well, I tell you what, that's what happens when you don't read the fine print. Yeah, it's in there. Yeah, oh yeah, it's in there. What are you doing up? I don't know. It's supposed to go down. Now, that's not strong. Then oh, I don't know your car. Yours is supposed to be going down. Yeah, I got what your car. Because of the wreck. Bring it drive. And then brought it night no more. There, bro. It's like keeping okay. Okay. I gotta play some Roscoe stuff over here. I'm a cool cat, man. I love that commercial. This is a commercial? No, that's not a commercial. That's why they're playing a commercial. Put a commercial on. Put a commercial on. Okay, turn it on. Let me see. The commercial just has a part where he's saying, I'm a cool cat, tapping on the toe with the new hat, doing a chit chat. Cool cat. Was that Queen or was that the was that Queen? That's Queen. Oh. See, it's a remake where a woman remakes it too. But Queen is the one that they have, because that's off the movie. You know, they had the movie about what's his name that died. What's his name? Leader of Queen, lead singer. That's who that is. It has a weird name. Like, what was his name? Freddie Mercury. Oh, Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury. Oh yeah, that was a very popular song there with the young people.
From local town councils to Capitol Hill, agents who
and those of us who remember Queen. Do you remember Queen?
Yeah, another one bites the dust.
Yeah, they still play that at a lot of games. You go to a college game, that's going to be in there.
Because we're realtors, found by a code
when they win.
Driven to serve.
Another one bites the dust. Woo! And another one down. Another one bites the dust.
That's who we are.
When you're
you're an innovative business, every
And you haven't seen that commercial?
every blank page is an
I don't really watch a lot of TV.
You don't have to watch it. I mean, it's just gonna come up when.
I don't have cable.
Oh, you don't have, well, I don't have, I don't have cable.
I got a great antenna. I tell you, these antennas better than getting cable.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of channels. And all the movies I want to watch come on the old stuff.
Well, you have the internet, so you can just stream everything.
Yeah.
So what I do, I just stream or either the antenna.
But get
Stream
the,
of it.
yeah, because you're about 40 stations with the antenna.
Oh, I already know that, yeah, because I love Ion Mystery.
Yeah. Heroes and Icons?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, Ion and Heroes and Icons.
Okay. I mean, I'm a Texas Ranger guy, you know. You know, they say when Chuck Norris come in the room, the rocks get scared. Right on. Reminds me of myself in my younger days.
I'm sorry.
I walked out.
Yeah, okay. I love it.
I walk down the street and people get scared.
Mm-hmm.
Don't miss Sean Hannity. Biden incoherently adheres live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News.
You know, normally I make it a policy. If you don't know what it's like to carry a 70-pound rucksack, a parachute, and a reserve, and a gun, and go into strange lands and cold weather and hot weather, normally I don't talk. But since this is the civilian side of me, I got this job, I'll put up with some of it. You don't know what that feels like, you know, to be 5'7". Okay, 5 foot, 5 foot. You know, carry all that crap on your back. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, you ought to pay to talk to them. That's what you ought to do. I'd charge you. But since I work for Cumulus, I can charge you. Allow some of you my good graces. Yeah, I mean, now Donald's different. Donald went to a section which I live in. And you went there, right? But when it's an accurate description of what you did every morning. I got you.
You can go to Alabama State. I just went there.
Oh, okay. I'm okay.
I attended.
All right, get on here.
That's different.
Yes. One time. Oh, don't go nowhere now. Call me back with it. I can do that on purpose. I'll just okay. Are you still there? Call me back. I didn't do that on purpose. I promise. You call me back. Good morning, Ed. Yes. I hear you. You know, I was watching the thing and I missed it. They started talking about the Department about these things coming for land buying or whatever it is, and they were talking about the cover and error, and I just put it on mute and I missed that part. I saw it, but I didn't hear it. Okay. All right. Now, was this about the community center. Okay. Now I do it. Here's right, but here's one that we do not want. Now I love me some Glenn, but I don't want it a traffic detail to try to raise the money to pay police. I would want that. Yeah. 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 Okay. It's I'll look at that and see what's on there. Good morning on there. 155 last night, I guess. 155 point of the council meeting. Good morning. Yes. Well, now he's not he's not a proponent of Donald Trump, not even a little bit. And what's wrong with being arrogant? It ain't arrogant if you can do it. Well, because he don't like Donald Trump. Yeah, he don't like Donald Trump. Because he don't like the guy.
But caller, then again, and this caller, and I say this, he was giving his opinion. I really don't even know what his opinion is about. Okay, so if you know what he's talking about, what is your opinion on what happened?
Well, let's just go to the city council meeting last night. Look at what he said. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that tonight and see what happened. Matter of fact, here's what I'll do. I'll edit it, bring that communication to the air tomorrow, and let you guys see exactly what happened.
Then give your opinion on it.
Then give your opinion. I can't give my opinion. Right.
There you go. Exactly. You give your opinion then.
Because right now we don't know.
Right now I can't say anything about his opinion.
Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. This ain't beat up on the mayor day, though. This ain't beat up on the mayor. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you. Have you ever lied before? I know, but again, let me ask you a question. Have you ever lied before? You're a liar too. So that's a cat called. That's a cat. What's that? The pot called itself a lie. We all lie. I gotta come. I got stored up right now. Just in case I need it today. Come on, man. Give me a break here. Leave the mayor alone. Good morning. Who's this? Hello. Don't get that. Good morning on there. Yes. Okay. Well, again, what I would do rather than right. Okay. Well, again, though, I'll bring the party in tomorrow, let people hear on Friday, and let people hear it, and then that will make sense. Yeah. And since I didn't know anything about it, I didn't really get into a long conversation because I watched most of that stuff right here. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. I'm running out of time. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yeah, and I gotta go listen to what he said because I don't want the police department to be in the revenue raising department for the city of Montgomery. We don't want, law is not supposed to be used for that. Yeah. There are millions of dollars at the thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to listen to the exchange. I gotta go. I'm going to listen to the exchange. I watched most of the count, but I missed that. Anyway, no. What happened? Appreciate it. You're all right. I mean, yeah, your perspective is totally wrong most of the time. And that's okay. It's yours. That's okay. Yeah. Okay. Remember this song right here? Remember? Oh yeah. I didn't know they're talking about a black woman until 40 years later. Oh, I'm kind of slow. Anyway, time's up. See ya. You were doing all right. Yeah, you need to get 100%. I didn't even know what stand-up minute means. Yeah. I had to call Rock. I know, but they don't want to put the song out, not me. That's what they were talking about. The more I listen to you, the more naive I find about the song. I am. I'm letting it show. Well, that as you accuse me of leading a show.